everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to be making some summer iced coffee and a coffee shake. So let me show you what the ingredients are going to be so we can get to making these delicious drinks. Alright, keep in mind that you may not use all of these ingredients. You may choose to do one or the other, and it depends on what flavor you want to put into yours. The first thing I'm going to need is some instant coffee. Now you can go ahead and brew some coffee and just use that up. Just let it cool off a little bit. I'm going to be using some unsweetened cocoa powder. I've also got some sugar right here. I'm going to be using milk. And one of them I'm going to be using some ice cream, and I'm going to be using vanilla ice cream. I'm going to be using this chocolate syrup to garnish, as well as a semi-sweet chocolate. You can use any kind of chocolate that you want, or any other flavor. If you want to use a caramel rather than a chocolate, go ahead and use that instead. The same goes for the syrup, or maybe a strawberry. And this is going to be shaved up on the top. I'm also going to use some Kit Kat and some Oreos to flavor them, just to give them some fun. And of course, I've got some whipped cream here to go with it also. I'm going to be using some ice cubes and some water. So let's go ahead and make the first drink, and I've got my blender here ready so we can put that in there. Alright, so my first one will be an iced coffee, and I'm going to give it a chocolate flavor, so it's going to be a mocha iced coffee. I've got 2 tablespoons of water in this little cup right here, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my instant coffee. There we go. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. A teaspoon of the cocoa powder. All right, so I'm just going to mix this up. This is going to go into my blender. And then a cup of milk, and I'll just use the same cup here to measure. Now you can adjust these measurements to your taste. Also, if you're going to make half the amount, of course half it or double it. That milk will go into the blender as well. And I'm going to add some ice to it as well. So I'm just going to blend it up just a little bit in the blender. Alright, so this is already blended up. I'm going to pour this into a little cup. You can choose any size cup that you want. I'm going to pour some chocolate syrup on the side here of my cup and let that drip downward. And then I can pour my iced coffee right in there. And this is ready to serve as is, or top it up with some whipped cream. Just like that. And there we go. We have a mocha iced coffee. There's one thing that I forgot to add to my iced coffee, and that is some of this shaved chocolate right on top. I think that looks really nice on top, and it gives it another shot of chocolate flavor. So that's what that looks like. All right, now we can go on to our next drink. All right, for my coffee shake, I'm going to mix up the same 2 tablespoons of coffee, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. I've already got some ice in my blender. Just get that in there. Now, a cup of coffee, or rather milk, a cup of milk in the same cup, so we can lift up any of that leftover chocolate and coffee that's in our mug or measuring cup. I'm using a measuring cup. That will get poured right in there. Okay, so also to this, I'm going to add some ice cream, and I think I'm going to add maybe a couple of scoops of ice cream. This is just plain old vanilla. Let's get this out of here with a spoon here. There we go. I don't feel like those scoops were big enough, so I'm gonna do one more. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so for our shake, you can flavor it any way you want. I love chocolate, and of course I've already put cocoa powder in there, so I'm going to commit to the chocolate flavor. So I've got some Oreos right here, and I've got some Kit Kats. So what I want to do is I want to crush up some of the Oreo, as much as you want. I'm just crushing up the cookies because, you know, it's got that little cream in there, and I'll just break them up with my hands. And of course the Kit Kat bar, I can do the same thing. So what I would want to do with these is I want to put them in the blender so that the shake gets the flavor. But because I'm going to serve these, I'm going to pretty much use this for 2 cups. I'm not going to blend it in right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend what I have in here for now. Okay. Let me give this a little test and see if this is shaky enough for me. I think so. Yes. If you feel like you want it to be a thicker, add a little bit more ice cream, or add less if you want it to be milkier. So what I'm going to do with those, I've got 2 cups here. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to just drizzle some syrup on the edges here. Maybe some caramel to give it another flavor. Some salted caramel would be delicious with this. I'll throw my little Kit Kat in one of them, and in the other my Oreo. I'll just put in as much as you want. I'm using 1 stick in each of these little cups. Okay, now I can top it off with a shake part. Now if you put it in the blender, you'll break up those cookies all nice. Give it a little more of the flavor into your shake, and of course the Kit Kat as well. And then we want to top these off with some whipped cream as well. I'm going to add some more of these chocolate shavings just because I had plenty of that left over. Now I could use bits of Oreo as well on the top here, like that. Or add a nice big Oreo to decorate the top of it. And I've got a Kit Kat right here that I can put right on top of this one. So here we go, you guys. These are my coffee shakes. One with Kit Kat and one with an Oreo flavor. So now we need to taste these and find out if they are delicious, which I'm sure they are, but for fun, we're gonna taste them anyway. All right, everyone, I've got my 2 drinks here, my iced coffee and my coffee shake. My coffee shake in 2 different versions. I think it's time to try this. Our mocha iced coffee. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. If you love coffee, you'll love the flavor of this because it does have that chocolate flavor, but it doesn't overwhelm the coffee at all. Let's try the Oreo. You know what? I want to put a straw in this one, maybe a little spoon, because it's nice and thick. So if you prefer, maybe add a little bit more milk or less ice cream in there. But I think it's perfect for me. Should I try the Kit Kat one? Let's try it. I think the Oreo one. But for me, as a coffee lover and a chocolate lover, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Oreo. That's my favorite one. I hope you try these out and you'll enjoy them as well. Let me know which one would be your favorite. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a nice comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified of when I put up videos, which is every Tuesday and every Friday. And once in a while, I do a weekend vlog. So there we go, everyone. Make sure you share on your social medias. And that's it. Enjoy.